Hello everybody, thanks for joining me again. Something maybe a little bit different today. Out on a morning walk to, or from Brixham to Galmpton Quay, and maybe stopping off at the pub for lunch. But I thought it was a great opportunity to prepare for our rail trip that we're taking in September. We're going from Hamburg to Copenhagen, Stockholm, all the way up to Tromso in the Arctic Circle. Now, I will be taking some camera gear with me, obviously, but when we're walking around the cities on day trips, I thought, well, what camera gear am I going to take around? I want something minimal and something I can work with easily. So I've got my Sony A6600 and I'm filming with my Pocket 2. I've just got a sling bag to put 2 in, and let's see how we get on. So one thing I've noticed straight away is I've just come out of the forest into the light and I've had to put an ND filter on the Pocket 2. I've got 4 of those, all different shades of black, and it's quite awkward because you have to sort of pop it on the front of the camera once you've turned it on. Once the gimbal hides itself away, it gets jammed with the filter on the front, which isn't great. It's a little bit of a faff. There you go, I'm back in the forest again, and the light's going. Anyway, let's see how I get on. I'll check back in a moment. So this is going to be a bit more sort of run and gun, if you like, and probably won't explain the photos until I've taken them and show you later. But this is a nice walk through some lovely countryside, as you can see, away from the coast and down to the River Dart. Tide, I think, is coming in at lunchtime, so should be some nice photographs at the quay. Well, first, the spectre in the woods. Really like this photo as this person was walking towards us, but I wasn't expecting much from the photography, more documenting as I walked along, really looking at whatever caught my eye, and using some editing techniques like this to darken the sky and silhouette these flowers, but really looking for leading lines and frames in the landscape, and then making the most of it in post-processing. Of course, you know I like some of these letterbox shots, so couldn't resist this one, and do like black and white as well, this style, as you reach Churston. Well, just reached Churston, which is about halfway. Just stopped at the church, take some photos. Still trying to figure out how to use the kit. I've had to put another ND filter on, and I'm finding it difficult to operate 2 cameras at once. So the reason I used the Pocket 2 is I wanted to use this microphone pinned to me, but I do have one that I can pin to this as well, so it might be that in the end I just use the Sony and not bother with the Pocket 2. But let's keep going today and see how we get on. Well, while you watch some of the photographs, let me explain a little bit about what I was doing. You might be able to hear in the background the seagulls in Brixham, where I live. There's just nothing I can do to cut them out this time of year. Anyway, what I was doing was just trying the gear out on this sort of walkabout and see how easy it was to film and take photographs. First time I've tried this, but I was learning some valuable lessons. Well, it's quite a pleasant day for a walk. A little bit of a breeze, sunny with a bit of cloud. Breeze is just keeping us cool enough as we walk. I definitely won't be showing you any great photographs today, I don't think, but I am learning a lot about how to use the gear in this sort of run and gun sort of style. Definitely having two cameras is a faff. I have a road mic that I can attach to this A6600, and I've got a cold shoe on the side, so I could put it there, still see the flip up screen. Then all I've got to do is twist it around and change over to different presets and swap backwards and forwards between video and photographs. So if anything, this trip out is going to be worthwhile just for learning stuff like that. Last thing you want to do is wait till you get to your location and find you've brought the wrong gear. Car coming. These country lanes are nice, but not a lot of room for everybody all at once. I cycle to work down these roads and can get a little bit hairy in the mornings. Well, one of the biggest lessons was this. The stabilisation on the Sony A6600 is just nowhere near the DJI Pocket 2. As you can see, as I'm walking along, it's just going everywhere, and there was nothing I could do in post to stop this. Anyway, going back to the photographs, we got to the old railway line between Brixham and Churston, this old bridge, and the markings telling you how far you are from Paddington Station. Stopped to take a picture of this shunting engine. I used to call them tank engines, I'm not sure if that's right, but really like the just the side of the engine. Walking into Galmpton, went past this rhino called Maximus, and then we were nearly there. Well, we made it to the Manor Inn in Galmpton, so time for a quick refreshment stop. So refreshed with some traditional pub food and ale. Let's go down to the creek. Just walking past the old lime kiln. Let's go and see whether the tide's still in and whether there's any decent photographs to be had. So by this point in the walk, I was really getting my eye in, if you like. Really like a defender, so took a picture of this, and we passed the chapel in Galmpton on the way down to the creek. And as you can see, the sky above just lent itself to a bit of dramatic photography. But these nice black and white shots looking down the road, and some of the more quirky things we saw along the way. But even things like the markings on the road, this 2030 in front of this old cottage, and this really stylish bike along these white railings, look really good in black and white. And of course, a traditional phone box. And something a little bit different. If you know the area, you might know where this is. So we've made it down to the creek and have a look around and see what photographs I can take. Alison's just over there. There's a new little boutique shop opened up with some nice clothes and handbags and stuff. I'm sure she'll come out with something. But also, last year I was down here, there was just a small cafe in a small container in the corner here. And it looks like they're expanding. Quite a big building with some steps and some picnic benches out the front here, so a bit late maybe for this summer, but who knows? Maybe this will be the go-to destination in the near future. So yeah, as you can see, a little bit of building work going on. This will be a nice place to sit even in the winter. Now they've put a decent building up. And look out at this view. A little bit breezy with the wind blowing in off the River Dart. Looking across the Ditham. Well, the view could have done with some calmer water, and that would have made a better photograph. But never mind. I spent my time looking for what there was. Really like this house and the symmetry of the front of the house and the lines in front made a really good black and white shot. And as I said before, I was looking for frames. I used this foliage in the foreground just to frame the background. And of course, the boat shed coastal boutique where Alison was spending some of her money. Some nice features like this winch gear that made a good black and white shot, and the pontoon itself changed quite a bit in the last year, but I do like these posts, if you like, with the white tops. And of course some of the boats leaning against the quay made nice subjects, especially this blue one. Now there's a mixture of walling and rocks along the creek just here. Look really nice. And lastly, this boat shed, I guess the roof looks like it's collapsed. If anyone can tell me, just comment below. Well, I think I've probably taken all the photos I'm going to down at the creek here. Alison's still in the shop, having a grand old time, I can hear. So I think I'm going to call it a day. I think I've learnt a little bit more about the kit. I'm definitely going to try just taking the Sony with me with a lav mic on it and see how I get on. Next weekend I'm going to the Tour-Based Steam Fair, so join me there and we'll see how we get on with that setup. Anyway, a bit different this week, but if you still enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all again somewhere next week. But for now, cheerio.